gorgeous SoFi Stadium, the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
An incompletion on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this ball's incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Short throw, taken in by Disley. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. Play fake. It's Rodgers. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A gain there of 11. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, Rodgers. He's got the veteran. That's Robert Woods. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Rodgers to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Rodgers going up top again. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was good-time ball.
And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll go with Hampton. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Another run here with Hampton. It'll get forward to about the 42. Deanu Benton there for the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
We'll try to run for it with Hampton. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
We're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. Pistol snap with Lance. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown, but at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the Chargers' 40-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
Barring some type of disaster with that big pass pickup, it puts them in position now where they feel like they can at least walk away with points off this drive. I just feel like it has to be 6. I feel like anything less than that will be a letdown.
They'll run with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Here comes a toss, right. Here comes Johnson. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Tui Pelotu getting in to record his 9th sack of the year. Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. That one is good. And the Steelers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 24 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Metcalf makes the grab again.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing, Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
And 4 yards to go.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. Now Warren. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll go right back to Freiermuth. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss with Warren. And he's in! Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Steelers take a 10-3 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. In trouble, and down he goes. Keanu Benton. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of the game. Number 4 on the season.
22-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. This is taken at his own 30, and it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Deion Henley. He gets in for the sack. It took a while. That is his 1st on the year. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Moving to his left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Metcalf pulls in that one. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Here's Corliss Waitman now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Davis to return it. He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Chargers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Throwing right, that's Johnston. Herbert trying to hustle his guys to the line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
To throw, it's Herbert. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Herbert. To the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. No signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now it's Herbert. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
By Joey Porter Jr.
Pistol here for Herbert. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again.
J.K. Scott in punt formation.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
Here's Rodgers. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Chargers offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Herbert moving outside the pocket, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Pistol snap with Lance. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Chargers, first down.
They run this straight ahead with Eckler. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. Brings up second down.
Here's a designed run. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's going to gain a 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
Third down.
Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on fourth down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down.
At the 49-yard line.
Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16 yards.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second down and 10.
Rodgers going up top again. That's to the big tight end, Freiermuth. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On play action, it's Herbert. He'll get this to Disley on the right. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second down.
From the 24 now, here's second and 6. Throwing, Lance. He'll step up and run. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new set down.
And the Chargers.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he's back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole. But
the pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Keanu Benton, he is having one heck of a night. His third sack of the game. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the... /30-yard line. The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got the hook up there to OBJ. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
The tackle made back
and after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, L.A.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now this looks like a design run, and it won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Tyler Conklin. And now it's 4th down. Now, fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll find Woods. That one is caught. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The shotgun, it's A-Rob. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw is Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Herbert. Quick throw, slant, caught by Johnston. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
6-yard pickup.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Hampton. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. That's taken in. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. And this ball is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea...
And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Justin Herbert, touchdown Chargers. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. His kick is good. And the Chargers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Steelers 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
A run with Harris. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9. Give, and here comes Hampton. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of legs. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. They'll start at the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
A throw on the move is caught.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
The master of play action. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tarheed Snell. And the Chargers are right back in this one.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Second down, they need 7. They'll give it to Harris again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 4th down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
And the Chargers.
So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout.